Hey everyone, Ilayla Taiba. That's good evening in Maltese. Sydney, where I'm from. So, thanks for checking this video out. So, I've had my channel since 2018 and I have never done a video like this before. So, you might be asking, well, why are you doing a video like this right now? Well, I love Malta. It's an absolutely beautiful, stunning country. Been there a couple of times and I can't say enough good things about it. I actually love it so much that I decided I was going to learn Maltese, and I've been actually learning it since October of 2023. Also, my favorite Eurovision entry of all time is from Malta. That's Dancer and Party from the Busker from 2023. Yes, that is my favorite Eurovision entry of all time. Really, I love it. And I also really like the entry from last year, Look from Sarah Benici. So it makes me so sad that Malta continues to struggle to qualify so much. I really want them to qualify so much this year. So I decided when all the songs for MESC were out, I would react to them. So I've seen all these songs, all these videos a few times, at least some significantly more than that. When we get there, you'll know. Of course, I have my favorites, just like anyone else. And I'm not the biggest fan of all 24 of these songs, but I respect that every single song is going to appeal to somebody, and if it's not for me, doesn't mean it's not for someone else. So I'm gonna keep the comments as positive as possible. I'm not here to hurt anyone's feelings. I respect these artists and these songwriters work very hard on these songs, and I'm not an industry professional. I'm not a music expert. I'm just a fan of music who's been listening to music for a long time and knows what I like. So obviously I'm going to have more to say about some songs than others, but I'm going to try to keep it as positive as possible. So that being said, let's get started on listening to these songs. And let's talk about the first one, The Alchemist's Rubble and Stone, which is our first song in this playlist from Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2025. All right, I'm hitting play right now. So, first thing I want to say is that it's a band. I was in favor of that. I love bands. I didn't like every band at Eurovision 2023, but I did like them. I don't think a lot of bands participated in MESC in the past. The Busker were the only ones in 2023, and there were a couple last year, Erba and Oxygen. Oxygen didn't even make it out of the semifinals. Let's talk about this song. I like it's upbeat. It's very nice. I think that you can move on the dance floor, depending on the location you're at. It's very pleasant. I'll admit, this isn't my favorite genre of music, but it reminds me a lot of Belarus 2017. You guys remember that entry? It's very pleasant. It doesn't bother me. And I can see a lot of people liking this. I certainly think that this could make the MESC final. I like the chorus the best. It's just a very nice, pleasant song. I think it feels pretty positive. I think the lead singer's got a nice voice. I'm not familiar with this group. I do actually know a lot of Maltese music. I've never heard of this group. I could see the audience actually swaying back and forth to each other with their phones up in the air. I see that. It's okay. So yeah, it's a really nice song. It's not a bad song to start this playlist off with. Obviously, as I said, this isn't my preferred genre of music. I'm glad this exists. We do not need 24 songs that are all your standard pop fare. Of course not. We need variety. This kind of this kind of genre of rock, I think works very well. It's a good mix. We've heard these songs before. This isn't particularly groundbreaking or earth-shattering. It's not something that I think would really represent Malta the best at Eurovision, but I think it's a nice entry. And I think it actually would be very nice to listen to on the radio. Yeah, I think that they could stage this very well, and I think they could achieve a decent result. Hard to say what. I'm not Maltese, so I don't exactly know if this is a genre of music that Maltese people really like. I think it's good. All right. Well, let's move on to the next song. All right. So the next song is called Kelsey Tired Love Me Loud. So kind of a quick note. There's a song for the national final for Estonia called Esti Lau called Love Me Low. And so every time I see the title for this song, I just think of that one. These songs are completely different though. Commit also isn't my preferred genre of music. Again, she's got a really lovely voice. She has talent. She can sing. And I know there's people out there that like this, that will vote for this. And if she stages this right, it could achieve a decent result. It's a very pleasant song, but in the end, I don't have too much more to say about it than that. It's just pleasant. Again, it's a song, I've heard it on the radio. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's nice, but it's not the one I'm going to play a lot. I do tend to go for more up-tempo music. I do like a lot of pop music, very up-tempo songs that get you on the dance floor. I think this is a really nice entry. Like I said, she can sing. I like this. You know, when she changes it up here, okay, it's good. I would love to have seen her do this early. It takes too long for it to happen, and by the time it really gets going, it's over. It's over. And it just started like, okay, fine, okay, it's picking up. You know, people are going to really appreciate that. I would have liked to have seen it earlier. I think if half the song would have been more like it was in the beginning, the second half was more like this, I think that it would have been stronger. So it's not the best song to represent Malta at Eurovision with. It would unfortunately be forgotten about. But again, she's a very talented singer, and I wish her the best of luck, and we'll see how she stages it. So I'm not really sure what kind of staging she would go for with something like this. Good luck, Kelsey. It's a nice entry. I want all the best for you. Let's move on to the next entry. Testing Shortfit, Stars. And so this is an interesting song. First couple times I heard it, I was sure about it. I thought it was nice, but actually the more that I listen to this, the more I like it. I like this. You can hear it's building right here. You can hear the build is coming. And she's got a good voice. So much talent in such a small country. There's only 400,000 people in Malta. And there's just all this talent. Oh my gosh. And this positive song. Hey, if you need some empowerment, it's a good song to listen to. It's building. You can tell. It's really good. I follow the Swedish national final called Melodifestivalen. This really has a Swedish sound to it. There's a lot of Swedish songwriters for these songs. This one probably had a lot of them. Maybe it has Norwegian songwriters as well. It's really nice. Change up. Or the little instrumental break. Yeah. Bridge. I love a bridge. Yeah, it's a really nice song. I like it a lot. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. The chorus really works for me. I quite like the lyrics as well. I'm not the biggest lyric person in the world. It takes me a while to really pick up on lyrics, even though English is my native language. I'm not sure how she's going to stage this, but this is definitely a song that feels like it could do quite well. It's got a lot of movement. It's got a lot of build. It's got a bridge, ebbs and flows. Of course, she's got a good voice. Got a nice empowering message. I think this could have a pretty decent result. This is just one of several roll-ups. And while this one is a little different than the others, because it has some of a ballad quality to it as well. The fact that it's just one of many, like the pop side, I do worry about it getting lost amongst the others. There are 16 that will make the final out of 24, so I think this is a strong enough song to qualify, but in terms of where it'll finish, that I'm not sure about. But I think it's a really good entry, and I wish all the best for Justine. So, job well done. Let's move on to the next song. All right, next song is from Adria Twins, All Ma All. This means heart to heart in Maltese. Literally, it means heart with heart, but there's no preposition in Maltese that's for two. Again, our first song that is fully Maltese. Yay. I'm glad there's definitely a few Maltese songs in here. Maltese is a beautiful language, obviously. I wouldn't be learning it, right? So I'll just say this. I don't really understand it all that well yet, or can't read it that well yet. I've only been learning for a year and 3 months, so a lot of these words they're singing I don't really know, but I do know quite a few. Got a ballad here. I am not the person to go for ballads. I'm a bops girl. Bops and bangers. But this is very pretty. Maybe I'm giving it an extra point because it's in Maltese. This makes it seem prettier. And if it were in English, I'd say, it's just another ballad. But hey, it's in Maltese. So I'm giving it that bonus point. I think it's lovely because it's in Maltese. Do I need to say that? These girls have lovely voices. So much talent in Malta, okay? And I like that it's not just a monotonous kind of a ballad. It does go places. It builds, it gets powerful, it gets quiet, and then got quieter, back to being more comical. I'm going to predict this makes the final. There aren't a lot of songs in Maltese, so I think if people really want to hear songs in Maltese, they will vote for this. Granted, we had a number of songs. I don't remember how many songs we had in Maltese last year, and not one of them that was fully Maltese made the final, which was pretty disappointing. So I can't say for sure this will make the final because it's in Maltese, but I hope that Maltese fans are ready to have a song in Maltese go to Eurovision. In terms of how this would do at Eurovision, I'm not sure. Ballads have their place. If staged right, they can come across as beautiful and heartfelt and draw you in. And I think that the girls have a good chance to do that. So I wish them a lot of luck. It's really great to hear Maltese at Malta Eurovision Song Contest. See how they do. Let's move on to the next song. Okay, the next song is from Krista Shujak. Unheard. I have to admit, I don't have so much to say about it. It's not that this is a bad song. It's a nice song. Very lovely song. Again, if I heard it on the radio, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But again, it's another one of those songs that's ballad. Has a little bit of a, it's up towards the end, a little bit. Of course, she has a good voice. Broken record there, right? Okay, it does at least pick up a little bit more quick. Very pleasant song, and so you could hear this on the radio. I like that it picks up here. Well, I guess unfortunately I don't have too much to say about this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I do like this bridge. I like this bridge a lot. Good. I can see people going and clapping along to the song at that time. Arena. I'm glad it's not just a straight up ballad. I think it needed this more up tempo part. I do get emotion from her and stuff, but she's feeling it. That's good. It's really important. It will resonate hopefully with the audience as well. And thankfully, we're getting live audiences back. Okay, for anyone who didn't follow MESC 2024, there were no live audiences. The semifinal was done at this kind of like late night talk show, and then the final was done in a setup that looked a lot like one of those. Remember those? What's called the live on tape performances that they did for Eurovision in 2021 and 2022. That was what it looked like. I felt so bad for those singers that they never got to have a performance in front of a live audience at any time in their national final. That's unfortunate. So I'm very, very glad for these artists that they get to perform in front of the live audience again. There's nothing like it for the artists. You just they feed off the energy of it. So hopefully, audience is excited to be back and gives them all that energy that they deserve. All right, so good luck to Krista. I think the song has a potential. She's going to have to really find that right staging though that can really make it stand out amongst some of these other songs that are a little bit similar. And it will also probably depend what songs are near her in her semifinal. With other songs that are kind of similar, that will obviously hurt. So we'll see how it goes. Good luck, Krista. Wish you all the best, and let's move on. All right, so here we get to Stefan Galia with Love, Love, Talk, Talk. I saw somebody reacting to Stefan's outfit saying he reminded them of Karius. Stefan? Yeah, were you? I think Stefan just does his own thing. I think he's a good guy. I knew that Stefan was going to give us a banger. I quite like this song. I think it's fun. Again, it's building. I wish this was more popular, but you can't tell. And we finally get a little Maltese. Just that one. Yes, I wish it was more, but at least there's that one. Alright, dance break time. I really hope Stefan has something iconic planned for that. I think so. Yeah, I wish this was more popular. I'm not sure why it isn't. I've heard maybe the chorus is a little weird. I actually like the chorus. So, I think the chorus is weird. I don't know, some people think the lyrics are a little bit odd. Actually, they're pretty empowering. I like Stefan's energy. I think his attitude is great. It just really suits the song. It feels like a song that he would really suits him. This is something he had a hand in writing. And I should mention this. One of the co-writers for this song is Matt Black, who has competed at MESC 4 different times, including getting his best result last year when he won the televote. This change up here at the end is a bit odd. It's definitely got killer dance break potential. Stefan, you've got to have some iconic dancing for us here. It's necessary. But I could see some people being quite bothered by that ending part. It's a little more aggressive, but I think if he has iconic dancing at that point, it could potentially a moment and maybe win some people over that weren't the biggest fan of this studio version. It's funny because the first time I heard this song, I just somehow had this weird feeling he was going to end the song with Complete Love Love M. And that's actually what he did. I don't really have too much more to say about it. It's fun. It's catchy. It's a banger. It stands out. I think this should qualify for the final. Stefan did not make the final last year, but did in 2023. And if he's got an iconic dance break for us, I think that this will get him back to the final. I'm not sure he'll finish in the final, but I think that he definitely could have something very eye-popping, and I think he'll have a pretty cool outfit and everything. So, looking forward to seeing what Stefan's got. I'm very intrigued. I quite like this entry. It would be fun at Eurovision, but I don't think it would get a great result from Malta, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe if he has this incredible dance break, it could do something for Malta at Eurovision, but I am traumatized from the last two entries getting last in their semifinals, completely undeserved. So it's hard to say, but I guess I don't really know how this would go over in Eurovision. Some of it would maybe depend on where Malta is in the running order, but we'll see how it goes. Good luck, Stefan. I really hope you slay. All right, let's move on to the next song. So the next song is Dre Kermi Teamo. One of my really good friends, huge Eurovision fan. This is actually his favorite song from MESC this year. I think the song is very nice. I said nice again. It's catchy. It's really catchy. I think this is fun, and I could see some really great staging, fun, colorful, summer vibes. Gotta have colors everywhere. Dance break potential. I'll say this, as someone who's learning Maltese, there's potential to, instead of having te amo, which is Spanish, it would have been nice if he'd said in Huabak instead. That's I love you in Maltese. And then the song could have had a little bit more of a Maltese vibe infused. That would have been so cool. I like this part. I just really hope he's got some great dancing plans. Unfortunately, there it is in Huabak. Didn't say it. You know, I played this up a few times and I never caught that. I said it till right now. Yes. I wish there was more of it. I wish there was more of it. But at least he's got the one, two times he says Novak. That's 3 times. That's 4 times. Hey, I guess I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics that much. Okay. That I didn't realize that he'd said that actually 4 different times. I never caught that. I've been playing these songs, but I haven't been focusing on the lyrics necessarily. I've been doing other things. So I've just been hearing the te amo, you and me, te amo, you and me. I've been hearing that a lot. I didn't catch him singing in Hawbach. So, Dre, thank you. Thank you for putting that in there. I know it's only the one word. So I go, could have been a little more Maltese in there. I think that was a very nice entry. Not the most original song ever. It does kind of give a little bit of that vibe of kind of a typical Spanish song, to be honest. So it's not something that really makes me go, oh, this is Maltese right here. Oh, this is so Maltese. Unfortunately, I think it would have needed a little bit more of a Maltese ethnic sound to it, which would have been very cool. But it's nice. He's got really great staging. I think this could make the final. 16 songs out of 24 make it, so there's certainly potential. I just hope he's a good dancer, and it's very colorful and eye-popping and eye-catching. You know, just I think it really could take a moment and make my friend very happy if this qualifies for the final at least. You know, would it do well at Eurovision? I don't know. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of guy bops at Eurovision, and this thing would struggle to not get lost. So, we'll see. But good luck to Dre, and we'll see how it goes. Move on to the next song. We're on to Christy Spiteri with Heaven Sent. Alright, now this is a very popular song in the fandom. People love this. And I'll say this, I like the lyrics a lot. And this might surprise people, but I didn't love this song at first. I thought it was maybe a little generic. I've heard other 10 other EDM and few songs just like it, but it didn't grow on me. She's got a fantastic voice. Just that note. But she can hit it. That's amazing. Well, she'll be able to hit it live. We gotta hear her hit it live. It's gonna be really tough. This has continued to grow on me. Alright, I hope you got something good planned for the staging. I have to admit this is actually really growing on me. Even though I want Malta to send something different to Eurovision instead of another up-tempo song sung by a male vocalist. I know, some people are going to say, well, they did that in 2020. They got last place. Well, then they got last place as Sarah, so 35th place both times, so I think they need to keep doing things different. Try different things out. I don't know. I mean, I think this could qualify. This is definitely qualifying for the MESC. Absolutely. She could even get the last spot in her semifinal. I think they should do very, very with the juries. But I mean, at Eurovision, will this get lost? Sometimes I don't know what Malta can do to stand out at Eurovision because I was convinced. As I said, I love the busker so much. I was convinced that people would vote for them, that they did stand out, that their song was so fun. People love the sax break, and it's iconic, and he's going to be the next epic sax guy, and it was so colorful and fun and feel good and a party, and just how did people not vote for it? And then it got 3 points. I'll never be okay with that. Anyway, and then you think, okay, well, Sarah's going to do the iconic girl dance break, and she's going to be bringing the vocals again, and did better than 3 points. However, still last place in the semifinal. So I don't know, honestly, if this song would necessarily do any better. If Malta gets a good spot in the running order, then yes, I'm sure. But let's say they have to go in the first half of the stronger semifinal yet again. Can this song stand out if there are several other girl bops again? It's one of the reasons Sarah struggled last year, is there were 3 other girl bops that followed her. So I don't know if Christy could stand out if there were 3 other ones that follow her. It's so unfortunate. I wish Malta had some voting block with them. It would be nice to see England and Australia be able to vote in their semifinal. There's quite a few people that have Maltese heritage that live in both those countries in the last 2 years. England and Australia have voted in the other semifinal. So anyway, we'll see how it goes with Christy. And she hit those notes live. That's going to be the big thing. And is she going to slay on stage? So she slays. She hits those notes. This does have serious winner potential. We'll see. Good luck, Christy. I wish you all the best. Let's move on to the next song. Okay, the next song is from Matthew Celia, Control. This is going to be a different song. This is a rock song. Needed this. We had a lot of songs all in the pop genre. I like rock music a lot. So I like this chorus a lot. It's not the most incredible rock song I've ever heard in my entire life, but I like it. It does get a little aggressive at points, and that I'm not the biggest fan of. It stands out. Love to see how it goes in live. Do Maltese people really like rock music? Yeah, this part's a little bit too aggressive for me. I don't really like the screamer music so much. I like rock, but not that kind as much. He toned it down, okay. And also putting his face in the camera. He doesn't do that at MESC. That's gonna make people go, whoa. And not necessarily in a good way. But when it's a little bit more mellow, I like this actually quite a bit. It's gonna be interesting to see how this goes when he sings it live. Stand Out is like this cool rock song, or is it not going to come across the way he wants it to? I do think he's got a good rock voice. It's an interesting song. I don't know what MESC jurors would make of this, to be perfectly honest, and the MESC televoters. I'm not sure either. At least it stands out. I'm glad the song is in there. As I said earlier, we could not have 24 songs that were all in the pop genre. Even if they're all different kinds of pop, we needed a variety. And these different kinds of rock songs help add to that. So at least this is something different. And maybe for some people it'll be a breath of fresh air. So we'll have to see how it goes. It's an interesting song. To be honest, I don't see it winning MESC. It would be a potential, like, dark horse to achieve a surprisingly high result. Even though this isn't doing well, international fans, we're not the ones voting. Maltese people, you tell me. How do you like? All right, let's move on to the next song. Raquel with Silenced. This fun fact about this song, one of the co-writers is John Paul Borch. John Paul Borch is the drummer of the Busker. I had to mention that. Also, Raquel did guest vocals on a song with the Busker. She did that a few years ago. She has a great voice. She can sing. And I think this is one of the few songs that has only Maltese writers. So I give her a bonus point for that. Unfortunately, I haven't seen this song do very well with the fans. I really hoped that this would be more popular. Biased. Okay, I admit, I'm biased. John Paul is a co-writer. He's the drummer of my favorite band. I guess I'm not sure why it isn't more popular. It's an empowering song. It's got some good, movement in the song, power, and goes a little bit more low-key. It's not the most quiet of ballads, which is nice. I like that it's more powerful. I don't know. I actually like it. People are going to say, well, we like it because of who was a co-writer on it. Okay. Maybe. It's the case, but it's nice. It's really nice. Yeah, I like that it's powerful and builds in terms of ballads. I think this is pretty decent. Remember, I'm not a ballad girl. It's like, yeah, girl. It's a really nice song. It's got some good power. She's a great singer. It's not boring. Some ballads have a tendency to make me drift. My mind does not stay focused. I think this captures my attention for the full 3 minutes. I don't know how it's going to do at MESC, just because there's quite a number of the power girl ballads. It's going to be challenging for her to stand out, but I wish her a lot of luck. It'd be nice to see this in the final, just because of All right. Yes, because he was one of the co-writers. Yes, I want to see representation from a member of the busker. All right, I get that. Come on. I do actually think it's a very nice song. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I personally think it's one of the better ballads. What do you guys think? I mean, do you agree with polls that have it so low, or do you actually think it's really not so bad? All right, let's move on to the next song. Funny that Mark Anthony Bartolo's Hideaway would be the song following it because one of the co-writers on this song is another member of the Busker, lead singer, Dave Jr. Malak. He's on the co-writers. I did not see that coming with him being one of the co-writers. This doesn't seem like a song that is a big fan of the Busker. Their song's really very dancey. You want to do something different? And there's also quite a few songwriters. So I'm not sure how much he actually contributed. Mark Anthony Bartolo, he's been in MESC a few times and definitely sounds like a song that he has done in the past. I think it's unfortunately a song that doesn't stand out that much. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Rubble and Stone, but Rubble and Stone is more up-tempo. I like it better than his entry from last year. That was unfortunately pretty forgettable. I like the lyrics. I do think that he comes across like he's into it. He feels the song. He feels emotion, and I like that. I appreciate that very much. It changes a little bit here. You know, that's a good line. It's okay being different. I do think this is going to struggle to stand out in the semifinal, though. So maybe it has a chance if it's between like two, maybe girl sing ballads or something. But otherwise, I do think it's going to be forgotten about. With his other two entries, he also failed to make the finals. So I guess it would make me think this probably won't go any differently for him, unfortunately. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe it depends on how he stages it as well. Let's move on to the next song. All right. Okay, here we go. Wow, this is going to be a song to talk about. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a song to talk about. Ariana Kant is the Maltese word for singing. Yeah, singing. Is that what she's actually singing about? You read the lyrics, you tell me. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of the international fandom wants this to win MESC so badly. And I'll say that Ariana is clearly feeling this song. I think she must have had fun co-writing this entry. That's what I mean. Serving Kant. Serving singing. No. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. She has a lot of attitude. And it's a banger. You know, if I heard this on the radio, I would really like it. I would turn it up and say, yeah, yes, queen, or something. But for a song to represent Malta Eurovision, is this the best entry? I need to know what Maltese people are saying about this. I imagine she's going to have some pretty cool staging. Everybody is just, all they can talk about is serving Kant. Again, it's another tempo song from a powerful female vocalist. People are comparing her to Destiny. Destiny was 4 years ago. I want something different from Malta, if I'm to be perfectly honest. You know, I don't have a foresight into the future, so this could achieve a great result at Eurovision, yes. However, Malta has been sending these powerful female songs, the up-tempo numbers, and they have not been achieving great results. Yeah, they qualified in 2021 and 2019 and 2016, but then there were these non-qualifications in 2015, 2017, 2018, 2022, and 2024 with these songs that are sung by powerful female vocalists. And that's my concern. So many countries change their type of song from year to year. Look at Ukraine. They have this incredible success every year, and their songs are so varied every year. Their artists are so different. And sometimes they sing in English, sometimes they sing in Ukrainian, sometimes it's a little bit slower and more mellow, and sometimes it's a bit more of a high energy, and sometimes there's rap in it, and it's just, I think what Ukraine does is keeps things fresh every time, and Malta is kind of been stuck on this formula. I know some people are going to disagree with me vehemently, but this is just my opinion. I want Malta to return to the grand final. And I know some people will say, oh, she's iconic. She's a queen. She's going to slay. Sarah was iconic and Sarah was a queen and Sarah slayed too. And yet Sarah did not make the final. And I actually just watched a reaction from the Wee Wee Blogs guys where one guy was talking about how much he loved Christabel from 2018 and he couldn't believe that that didn't qualify. So there's no guarantee that this qualifies. That's just my opinion. Do I think the song is a banger? Yes. Like I said, if I heard it on the radio, I'd be like, oh yeah, turn it up. But to get Malta to the grand final with a song that makes the Maltese people go, yes, this is our song. We're going to play this all summer long. I don't know if it's the one, but I do expect Mariana to have a great time. She is going to slay on the stage, and you can tell she's feeling this song, and I think that's great. I also wonder if this would even get a lot of jury points from the MESC juries, even MESC jurors. I mean, in less than a month, we'll actually find out.
Hey, wait, what'd you say? Do you wanna